Hello and welcome back to the YouTube channel. Today we are stepping back into the arena of prompt engineering, a world where prompts are everything. If we don't know how to write a prompt properly, then we cannot achieve anything. In fact, there are different vibe coders available in the market. For example, we have a tool called Bolt, which can be used directly. Now, what happens on these websites is that once we visit them, we get to see an interface. In this interface, we are required to write a prompt. Here we can type an idea and it will bring it to life. What we have to do is focus on prompt creation. Let's suppose I want to create a website, and I just say I want website. This is not a proper option. In this video, I will show how to create a full-fledged prompt, how to improve it, and how to build different features. So let me open my document editor here so you can follow along. To make it easier to understand how we will proceed, let's go ahead and enlarge the screen. Now, the first thing what we'll do here is add a prompt stating that we want to create an analysis report using a web search based on AI and the human mind. We need to outline the constraints and, in the end, clearly express the expected output or specify the task lines required in a report format. Thank you. Basically, this is similar to carrying a key and a hammer. I'll break this into two parts using a proper heading format. For example, how much effort goes into something and how it turns into results. There are options that can be defined. First, we need to define the task. Then we outline the constraints or provide the context. In the end, we must express the expected output. So, the task here is primarily related to AI and the human mind, and this will be the core focus. And with that comes an analysis. It acts as a tool. Now I want to create a report, a complete report. The details included here define the structure. Now we've written everything clearly. The task is to create a comprehensive analysis report exploring the relationship between artificial intelligence and the human mind. It includes all the necessary components available here. Following that, we move on to the outline and constraints. A time frame has been provided. Within this time frame, it is specified to cover the years from 2023 to 2025, though it can be slightly adjusted. We then consider the scope, the sources that should be included, the target audience, and the desired length of the report. I've stated that the length should be between 1,000 and 1,500 words. We include that here to ensure the content remains advanced. The tone should be analytical, neutral, and evidence-based. Next, the expected outcome should be clearly expressed. There will be a title, followed by an executive summary, and then key sections. These sections will help establish a foundational understanding and integrate the latest available updates. The other two options are for establishing the base understanding. Now, the important elements here begin as I open two different setups. I'll use a professional account, and within that professional account, we will configure ChatGPT. We'll open one ChatGPT instance side by side. Now, we will begin by adding a prompt. First, we'll input a very straightforward prompt. Then we will add a detailed prompt, which we have copied from here. We'll copy it all the way to the end and then paste it here. Instead of using the original prompt, we will replace it with this revised one. We will copy it and paste it accordingly. For the tools, I will use Deep Research. In tools, Deep Research will also be utilized. After using it, as soon as we input the prompt, it becomes clear that we will receive entirely different responses. This happens because, first of all, it has provided all the references and completed everything automatically. I'll close the research here because it already discusses the reasoning and related details. We'll now add this basic prompt into a new chat. At this stage, we'll input this version into a new thread, and you can see that now we have received a response. What it has done is quite different. It generated an image instead. Rather than giving us a text-based report here, it presented an image after a brief pause of about 5 seconds. It carried out all the searches and then delivered a response that included images, which is quite unprecedented. However, this is not in report format. It is simply listed bullet points, point 1, point 2, and so on. These are not interconnected, especially when dealing with a topic like emotional AI, which is inherently complex and contradictory. We cannot properly interconnect the content in such a way. But here, if we are aiming for a proper structure, we should begin with an introduction, followed by an executive summary. After delivering a detailed executive summary, we then proceed to the individual topics. The structure continues with elements like an introduction, an overview, similarities and differences in AI, and the philosophical and ethical implications. What this setup does well is that it guides us through the entire topic step by step. At the end, it also provides references, formatted properly in APA style, with expanded details for each source. This demonstrates how we can generate well-organized responses. Now, one important thing is the functionality we have available. We can directly use any prompt and get better outputs from it. The next skill we're focusing on is how to enhance our prompts effectively. In the previous example, we had to manually type the prompt. But if we want to avoid doing it manually, there are tools available for that. For example, we have a tool called Prompt Cowboy. This is considered one of the top prompt generators that can refine or elevate our prompt quality. Let's say we re-enter the base prompt related to AI. Once we add it here and remove the previous one, we'll first need to log in. The tool has now given us the prompt. In this prompt, we can clearly identify the situation, tasks, objectives, and knowledge areas involved. In the research section, it includes some valuable instructions, such as using current research from the past 1 to 5 years, citing at least 10 academic sources, and providing balanced, evidence-based arguments. There are also specific constraints included. This tool is free to use. For example, if we want to add more specific requirements, we could say that we need access to academic research databases, scientific journals, and AI publications. We can also request a particular report structure, like a summary style, technical deep dive, or comparative analysis. We may want all 3 of these included, or we can choose to exclude any that aren't relevant. If we aim to refine this prompt further, then based on the complexity, meaning our search sources, report structure, and the required depth of analysis, the tool will regenerate a prompt accordingly. This regenerated prompt can then be used directly to create output options. If we select this one, we can move on. If we use this enhanced prompt instead, it will give us a better response. You can notice the difference in the prompt length. Initially, we just entered a single line prompt and it still gave us a lot of details. Now our title, summary, and introduction, all components, will be generated in a much more balanced and structured form. This way we can get a significantly improved result compared to the earlier version. In the first case, we were given 9 topics in a raw format. Then there was a summary table, which we don't usually require in formal reports. After that, there were recommendations, but no references to websites. There's no indication of which sources were used or where they were applied. It's simply raw data. That's why it's important to learn how to use this approach effectively. In addition to this, there's another useful method called prompt engineering. Now I'll explain how to use prompt engineering. Then we can create a much better result. I hope you're making use of such tools to generate prompts. Even if I mention that there are various blog sites or different websites for web coding, if I want to write something simple, like creating a website for a pizza shop using web coding with bold styling, I'll just update the input accordingly. Now it will generate a complete website based on web coding. It will produce a full professional website, outlining its tasks, objectives, and the knowledge areas involved. In the example, it even includes suggestions like a color scheme, intuitive navigation, and tone settings. This shows that we can incorporate many elements into the website based precisely on references such as the tones we choose.
What colors we include.
What features the website offers. If we incorporate all these and refresh the features page, it will generate a better prompt with complete showcase scenarios, color schemes, and user experiences. This will give us a more refined result. Hopefully, you've understood the concept. If you found this helpful, consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel to stay updated on how artificial intelligence is being used to completely transform the way you experience the internet.